about 15, 16 years ago in southern Minnesota, in St. Peter.
I had a feeling this was going to happen, so I wrote something down.
Oh my God.
I hope that's Prozac. What is that? I can't believe I'm even saying this, but...
Suck it up.
Woo! I'm trying to focus on the fact that we get to sing with him again tomorrow.
For those who are the patrons, sorry.
I didn't anticipate this. I'm going to try to read this. Around the turn of the last century, a young man had a dream. Now, most young folks dream. Most young folks also choose the paths of least resistance. And dreams require quite the opposite. And so the majority of dreams either remain just that, or fade away entirely. Or even worse, become what-ifs. And this particular dream was no ordinary dream. Of course, this was no ordinary man. That dream was home free, and that young man was Chris Rupp. And as we know, Chris has special talents that made the dream a possibility. But moreover, he had the willpower, the drive, and the tenacity to make the dream a reality. Each one of those traits are very, very rare. All of those traits is virtually unheard of. Home free became Chris's life, and that's what it required. Any less dedication to the smallest degree, and home free wouldn't be in existence today. There were tough times for sure, years even. Stretches of time when Chris asked himself why he was still pouring everything he had into home free. It was because he loved it, and he believed in it. And the truth is, even when things are good, this is a tough gig. And it took the better part of a decade for things to even become good. During this time, a multitude of vocal groups came and went. Some of the top groups, whom we admired and inspired home free, stopped doing it, either altogether or certainly stopped doing it full time. But home free kept growing. Membership changed over time. One thing remained the same: Chris. And of course, his brother Adam, who he had dragged along on this crazy dream. Eventually they added a bartender named Rob, a substitute teacher named Tim, and a cruise ship performer named Austin. And something clicked. 12 years after the birth of Home Free, can you imagine? Just giving your heart and soul continually to something, and it takes 12 years for that to finally go the right way. Chris did. Shortly after this, we went on to sing off, and the rest, they say, is history. And of course, Chris has continued to be Home Free's life force. And I suspect that in a way, he always will be. He's moving on to a new chapter, and he's certainly earned the right to do so. But what a legacy he leaves behind.
music.
Thought I'd make it easier. And it's an ever-growing legacy. Think back to that young man 15 years ago. Talk about a butterfly effect. Consider for a moment the ramifications of that young man choosing the path of least resistance. Austin might still be a relatively unknown cruise ship performer.
Please do go on.
Am I still trying to be getting little shits to care about math? And Rob might still be serving drinks at other people's shows. And this is serious. Adam probably would have never even learned to beatbox. That's true. None of you would have ever heard the name Home Free, let alone any of this music. Now, just think about for a minute what Home Free means to each of you. To some of you, it may only mean a few smiles. But for many of you, I know for a fact it's something more than you realized a band could even mean to you. You've told us. For me, it means my job. Regardless, if you're here tonight, I'm sure you'll agree that at least to some extent, your life has been enriched by Home Free. And for that, we all owe a debt of gratitude to Chris Rupp.
This is the part of the show where I usually give a really nice speech, but I don't think I'm going to get through that, so I'm not going to do that. All I want to say is thank you to everybody. This is great, and it's been an honor and a privilege.